welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video, and also a big thank you to all of you who left those lovely comments on my video yesterday. It is really nice to be back, and I have to admit it was just so nice to take a much needed break to be able to come back to you guys with more enthusiasm and just more of a ready to go attitude, I guess, in a manner of speaking, especially coming into Mermay, because I absolutely love Mermay and I really wanted to approach it with just a have fun kind of mentality, and that's where we are. And also, I also wanted to note that in the description box down below on the video yesterday, and I will try and do the same for every video moving forward for this month at least, and even in the future, I did list the supplies that I used, the Strathmore paper. I even added the size of the paper, the pens, the markers, the highlighter, all the above. I think the only thing that I'm realizing now, because I'm saying it, that I did not list is the pencil, which I've talked to you guys before. I absolutely am a big fan of the Prismacolor colerase colored pencils. They are erasable colored pencils, and ever since the first time I bought like the $12 box off Amazon, I have been obsessed with them. So just saying. And like the $12 box was, I think it comes with like 24 different colors. And you'll find colors that you love, you'll find colors that you just will never use. So I'm just putting that out there. But yeah. So I'm really excited for Mermay being back. I'm really excited to be back, and moving forward, I have continued with the monochromatic / grayscale look in these pieces. I am trying to utilize this toned tan paper because I will be the first to admit that I have had this paper sitting on my shelf for probably 4 years now, if not a little longer. And I mean, it's barely been used. It's still in great condition. So I think moving forward for this month, I'm going to challenge myself to continue using this paper because I like to try and utilize all the supplies that I have. And when I realized that I just had this sitting there, I was like, I need to use this, and I need to find a way to use this. So it also kind of helps me in a sense, because one thing that I noticed for myself that I've been trying to really work on and get better at, and I kind of go in and I don't realize until I'm coloring, and then I kind of have to remind myself, is that I don't quite get the shadows as dark as I would like to from time to time. Like I really love like the super dark to light shadows, and that's how it should be, because that's kind of how light works. Like if an area is void of light, it is going to be very dark or like a pitch blackness. So it's something where it creates more depth in an image, and it's something that I know that I tend to struggle with. And I just kind of have, when I go into shading, I'm not looking to do anything like crazy. I'm not looking to do anything specific. I like the cartoony look on my art. I like the kind of just feel that I have going forward with my art. And at the same time, I've wanted to really kind of start creating those really dark shadows, because I do like the added depth that it brings. And for me, doing a grayscale kind of helps you in that sense, because now you're really looking at like almost shadow, I guess, in a way of putting it, shadow tones. You have the really dark grays and you have the really light grays, and creating the depth and dimension using nothing but grayscale, not just using color. Because for me, almost creating shadows with color is a little bit easier because I can add like the darker skin tones to kind of create the shadows. A lot of times I'll use like a purplish tone to create the shadows also, because I love the way that looks. And at the same time, it also kind of helps me to really use the really bright highlights. And I do exaggerate the highlights for sure, but at the same time, that's where the fun of it is, and that's, you know, kind of what you're supposed to do when you're creating art, is just have fun with it. So there is that. But yeah, I love this piece even more than I loved yesterday's piece. I think because I went a bit deeper with the shadows, and I just had more fun kind of going a little bit more crazy with the highlight. And I also love adding my little seahorse buddies in with my mermaids. So adding those kind of just added that extra bit of like, oh, I love this. So I hope that you guys actually really enjoy this video, and I hope that you guys are having a good mermaid if you are trying it out this year. Just remember too, if you don't think you can do a mermaid every day, that's not something you have to do. You could do one every other day. You could do a mermaid every week, you know, just one. Or you could kind of create like a concept and build toward creating a singular mermaid illustration or drawing or clay figure or whatever kind of artistic piece that you want for the month. You don't have to do something every single day. And that is where the fun and challenge comes into being creative on these platforms and doing these art challenges, is that it's how you approach it, you know, how you decide to have fun with it. So just keep that in mind. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I realize the weekend is coming up, so I hope that these next couple days before the weekend are good for you, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching.